This is the Family Sports Podcast, bringing you the hottest topics surrounding the NFL. Welcome back to another edition of the Family Sports Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Arizona Cardinals QB Kyler Murray and whether or not they should sign him to a mega long-term deal. Without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So, as you can see from Adam Schefter here reporting, a statement from Cardinals QB Kyler Murray's agent, Eric Burkhardt. Let's go ahead and read this statement, shall we? Statement from Kyler's agent, Eric Burkhardt. Kyler wants to be direct with loyal Arizona Cardinal fans and the great community of the Valley in stating his two very important goals and objectives. 1. He absolutely wants to be your long-term QB. 2. He desperately wants to win the Super Bowl. Achieving both goals will take incredible commitment from himself and the entire organization. Despite all of Kyler's energy being focused on the future, he is very proud of the franchise's extreme turnaround in competitiveness and success since his arrival. Alongside his teammates and coaches, a successful and valuable foundation for the organization has been built. The team and Kyler's individual 3-year track record of undisputed and increasingly positive results, while under the extremely challenging circumstances of walking into a 3-win team with the last-ranked offense in the toughest division in football, speaks for itself. The Cardinals are the only franchise in the NFL to have improved by 3 or more wins in each of the last 3 seasons. Kyler was tasked with stepping into a tough situation and named the starter on day 1 of his arrival. He has delivered and exceeded all reasonable expectations along the way in winning NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, followed by back-to-back Pro Bowls in the ultra-competitive and QB-loaded NFC. Looking ahead, Kyler believes that in order to consistently compete for championships and ultimately deliver the Valley their first Super Bowl in 33 years, there needs to be long-term stability for both the organization and himself. To overtly communicate Kyler's desire to be the Cardinals' long-term QB, we sent a detailed contract proposal to the organization. It was important to Kyler that his proposal reflected all the following: provides financial protection, is in line with the current QB market that compares his results alongside relevant comps, lowers his 2022 through 2023 salary cap number to allow the Cardinals to re-sign other deserving teammates and add additional free agents, and most importantly, represents a real commitment from the organization to see if their ultimate goals align with his 2 above: consistently competing for championships and Kyler being their QB. Actions speak much louder than words in this volatile business. It is now simply up to the Cardinals to decide if they prioritize their rapidly improving 24-year-old, already 2-time Pro Bowl QB, who led the organization from 3 wins before his arrival to 11 wins, and their first playoff appearance in 5 years. Or rather, if they choose to financially prioritize committing to other areas and continue to merely talk about addressing Kyler's long-term future as their QB. Unfortunately, every player, coach, and executive in the NFL knows, or should know, that words and hypothetical contractual promises are regularly dismissed and fleeting in this business. Kyler remains hopeful that the organization chooses to commit so that he can continue leading the Cardinals to further success and value for many years to come. Again, statement from Kyler Murray's agent, Eric Burkhardt. Ladies and gentlemen, Family Sports is here to tell you right now, that was all a ploy. A ploy to be the second highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. I'm going to say it again. Kyler Murray's agent is only releasing this information because Kyler Murray himself told him to, so that he can be the second highest paid quarterback behind no other than Kansas City Chiefs, Pat Mahomes. How do I know this? Well, there's a website called Spotrac.com. Spotrac.com gives you all the latest insight to professional athletes' salaries and their projected market value when they're coming up upon salary. Without further ado, let's look into it. So, according to Spotrac.com, right, the four highest paid quarterbacks are 1, Pat Mahomes at $45 million a year. 2, Josh Allen at $43 million a year. 3, Dak Prescott at 40. And yes, Houston Texans QB, Deshaun Watson at $39 million a year. Now, Spotrac.com calculates the market value of a quarterback in the NFL based on the statistical production of said quarterback in comparison to their competition. Hence, that's why it says in the following, provides financial protection, is in line with the current QB market that compares his results alongside relevant comps. Aha! Kyler Murray's agent looking at the same website that I'm looking at right now. Or was earlier. Anyhow, so you calculate the top 4 highest paid quarterbacks that I just now mentioned, right? And you average out their salaries over an average year of 6-year contract. It'd be about $253 million a year over 6 years for an average of $43 million a year. That number, $43 million? Oh, yeah. That's what Arizona Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray wants to get paid. Now, I'm of the mindset that you hold off on 1 more year to pay him that money. Why is that? Well, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that he's done. I mean, you know, the accolades he has since he's came into the National Football League, shall we? First off, he won Associated Press Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2019. You know, was a first-round overall draft pick out of the University of Oklahoma. Went to Arizona Cardinals. I mean, my God, you should have been expecting Kyler. You're going to have to put this franchise on your back. I mean, look at Joe Burrow. He literally carried a team to the Super Bowl. Not that their offense was bad. It was just the offensive line was terrible. But Joe Burrow did what he had to do. He's not complaining about it. Secondly, he has 2 back-to-back Pro Bowls, 2020 and 2021, although 2021 was very debatable as how he somehow got over Matthew Stafford. I do not know how. But furthermore, you know, pretty solid first 3 seasons in the NFL. Has 70 total passing TDs, 34 INTs, 20 total rushing touchdowns since he's came into the NFL. Now, let's talk about his overall record as a starting QB, which is one of the very few things that is pretty damning as far as his history so far in the NFL. He has a 22-23 and 1. Yes, and 1, meaning a tie in the National Football League. I repeat, Kyler Murray's record as a starter in the league is 22-23 and 1. Now, you tell me, is that $43 million a year? Is that a $43 million a year damn quarterback? I don't think so. Let's go. In 2019, he missed 2 games with a hamstring injury in week 13 and 17. They finished the season 8-8. Excuse me, they didn't finish the season 8-8. They finished the season 5-11. Fast forward to 2021. Started off 8-0. And he got nicked in that 24-21 loss to the Green Bay Packers. He missed 4 games with a pedal ankle sprain pull, unspecified grade 1. He missed weeks 9 through 13. Again, what's that saying they say that goes around in the National Football League or professional sports? Oh, yeah, that's right. The greatest ability is availability. And he hasn't proved it. He has not proved it. He has not proved it. He has not proved it. I don't care what you all want to argue against this take. It's not controversy. It's not a hot take. I'm not trying to gain likes, follows. This is a fact. Kyler Murray has shown he has not been able to stay healthy in the National Football League. I'm not going to sign him to a $43 million contract to be guaranteed that he'll only play maybe 10 to 12 games out of a 17-game season. I'm just not doing that. Now, he wants to settle for 35, 38 million. Okay, now we talking. But I'm not paying him more than Josh Allen. I'm just not. I don't even think I'm paying him more than Dak Prescott, who I damn sure don't believe he should have got that $40 million contract. But at least he's taken his team to more than one playoff appearance since 2016. You understand? You see where I'm going with this? Kyler Murray's agent knows damn well what the market value says. But I'm sorry. You can't convince me Kyler Murray is worth $43 million a year. I don't care what the projected salary cap is. I don't care what statistics his peers are putting up. He's not in that same category as Pat Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, period. Josh Allen, period. Lamar Jackson, period. No way, no how. I don't care. You can argue with me. You can get mad at me all you want. Cardinals fans, it's not happening. They would be a fool to pay him $40+ million a year so that he can play only, 10 to 12 games a season. It's not happening. And furthermore, since he wants to talk about the commitment of the team, questioning the commitment of the team, and as far as, do they want to, win, or do they want to make efforts to be a winning organization? Does he not forget what they did in 2021 offseason? Oh, let me remind him real quick. Kyler, if you're watching this, listen carefully. They signed J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt's going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame defensive end, damn it. Really? A.J. Green. A.J. Green was a multiple Pro Bowl selection in his heydays in Cincinnati. Yeah, I know what he did down in the desert. He didn't turn around and I think it was Razell Douglas or whoever that dude was that picked it off. I get all that. He had a moment. They signed James Conner. Oh, who's James Conner? Former Steelers running back. Oh, second in the league in rushing touchdowns this year with 15. Oh, yeah. They also signed the Super Bowl hero for Tom Brady against the Seahawks back in 2014, Malcolm Butler. They made moves. They made moves, Arizona fans, Kyler Murray fans, Kyler Murray defendants. They made moves. The Arizona Cardinals did everything in their path, everything in their power to make Kyler Murray succeed. Fact of the matter is he just couldn't stay healthy. And that's been an issue since he's come out of college. Is how is his 5'9", maybe 5'8" frame going to stand up to a 6'5" defensive end pursuing him when he tries to break contain? So, I don't see what I don't know what he's thinking. This is all a ploy to get paid $40+ million a year. The dude is pulling an Aaron Rodgers without the damn accolades, people. Come on now. He's pulling an Aaron Rodgers without the Aaron Rodgers accolades. Okay? It's been reported that he's a blame deflector, doesn't take accountability. He's tough to deal with. It's been reported by multiple media outlets. So, in short, I don't see how you pay this man $40 million a year. I see you play it out. If he doesn't want to play it out, I'm sorry. I might be tempted to put together a trade package and go after a veteran quarterback. But they won't do that. They won't. Arizona Cardinals are not about that life. They're not about that life. They're not about to put their foot down. They're about to pay this dude some money. They're about to pay this man some money. They're about to pay this man some money. He's going to get paid. He'll get paid, and congratulations to him. But in closing, you guys tell me, is he worth $40+ million a year? Or is Kyler Murray worth around 36 to 38, maybe $39 million a year? Because I just don't see it. Let me know your thoughts, comments, questions, and concerns in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. You all know what time it is. This has been Family Sports Podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm out. This has been a Finley Sports Podcast production. So if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe.